You know that feeling, right? You're in a meeting, a fantastic idea pops up, and then everyone just kind of looks around wondering, okay, what now? Well, in this explainer, we're going to explore the critical role that answers that exact question, the business analyst. We're going to break down what they do and why they're basically the secret weapon for turning those great ideas into an actual reality. So let's really picture this. You're in that meeting, the energy's buzzing, and this brilliant, maybe even game changing idea has just been shared. But after all that excitement dies down a little, this huge question is just hanging in the air. What's the very next step? How do we actually get from this little spark of inspiration to a real finished product? And this is the answer. Think of this whole thing as the business analyst toolkit. It literally lays out the process for taking a great idea and making it a successful reality. So let's break down each tool in this kit one by one. So, what is business analysis at its core? Really, it's about being a detective and an architect all rolled into one. Now, the official definition talks about identifying needs and finding solutions, which is true. But the real magic is in how an analyst bridges that gap. How they translate a fuzzy, unclear business problem into a concrete, actionable plan. Every single successful project starts right here with just understanding. You can't solve a problem you don't fully grasp, right? This is what we call the discovery phase, and it's all about deep investigation and, probably most importantly, listening. So, to kick off this whole discovery process, an analyst pulls out three key tools from their kit: requirement solicitation, stakeholder management, and data analysis. Let's take a look at how each one actually works. First up, we've got requirements elicitation. It sounds kind of fancy, but it's really a simple, powerful idea. You gotta dig deeper. It's not just about asking, so what do you want? It's about uncovering the real problem behind the request. Because, what people first ask for is often just the tip of the iceberg of what they truly need to be successful. Next up is stakeholder management. A business analyst is, for all intents and purposes, a diplomat. They have to talk to everyone from the super technical team to the marketing department, all the way up to the CEO. They have to understand each group's unique perspective and what's important to them. Their job is really to build consensus and just make sure everyone is on the same page and moving in the same direction. And the final tool here in the discovery phase is data analysis. This is where we stop saying I think and start saying I know. An analyst dives right into the data to find trends, pinpoint pain points, and just validate what everyone's thinking. This makes sure that every single decision moving forward is backed up by hard evidence, not just a gut feeling. Okay, so we've got a deep understanding of the problem now. It's time to move to the next stage, charting the course. This is the strategy phase, and it's where we translate all that great insight into a plan you can actually follow. In this strategy phase, a business analyst is often wearing two totally different hats. The process improvement hat is focused on making current stuff better, more efficient. But the project management hat, that's all about execution. Getting this new thing done on time and on budget. A really great analyst knows exactly how to balance both of those perspectives. All right, we've understood the need and we've charted the course. Now for the really exciting part, building the solution. This is the execution phase, where all those plans and blueprints finally become a real, tangible product or service. The execution usually happens in three clear steps. First up is solution design, creating the actual blueprint for what you're going to build. Then comes test and validation. This is where we, kick the tires and make sure it actually solves the real-world problem for the user. And finally, implementation, the launch. This is where the solution goes live and starts delivering value. So as we kind of pull back here, you can see the true impact of a business analyst. They're the force that brings order to all that initial chaos of a big idea. They provide the structure, the evidence, and the communication that's needed to create real clarity and focus. So looking at our full toolkit again, you can really see how it all just comes together. Each of these activities, from understanding the need all the way to implementing the solution, they all interlock. They form this complete, repeatable process for guiding pretty much any project from just a spark of an idea all the way to a successful launch. If there's one thing you take away from all this, it should be this idea right here. The business analyst is the critical link between a business problem and its solution. It's that simple. They are the translators, the navigators, and the strategists who make sure that what gets built is what is truly needed. So we'll leave you with this question to chew on. Now that you understand this whole toolkit for turning chaos into clarity, what problem in your world, whether it's big or small, could a business analyst help you solve?